Hey guys, it's GameFace here, and welcome back to episode 2 of my Manchester City career mode. Now in today's episode we are going to be beginning the season finally now, playing our first league game of the season, also making some new signings as well. Loads of suggestions in the last episode, so many suggestions. Usually I like to go around and reply to them all, but because you left so many, I simply couldn't get around to them all, but I have read them and I've made sure that I'm going to be trying to do as many of them as possible. So thank you all so much for the support on the last episode. Incredible. We tried to hit 100 likes. I think it's very close to 300 likes as I'm sat here now recording this, so thank you all so much for that, and yeah, we will be trying to make some new signings in today's episode. Before we do though, if we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel and haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. That leads me on to also saying we've hit 9,000 subscribers on the channel now as well. Absolutely incredible support again from you guys. Thank you so much. The aim is still to try and hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. That's what I'm trying to do. It's obviously a long way off still. We're going to see how we get on and how close we can get to it. And yeah, let's crack on with today's episode. That's what you're here for. Let's first of all start by putting in a bid for a player that was heavily suggested in the last episode. And that was a player that, we've already got his brother, so we may as well get both of them. We may as well complete the set. We are going to try and sign Theo Hernandez, a left back. Now, I am actually aware of him. I've heard of him before. We're not going to be able to sign him. He's on loan. Okay. Next season, we will sign Theo Hernandez. Okay, so we cannot sign him. That's a little bit disappointing, actually, but we will be looking at other players as well. I just assumed with so many suggestions of Theo Hernandez that he was already at a club that I could sign him from, but if that's not the case, that's fine. We'll have to deal with that at some point, which obviously means that we are probably going to need a left-back until next season. I know we've got Gal Clichy, we've also got potentially Kolarov that can play there, Hernandez who we brought in the last episode. But yeah, we're going to have to, I think, still bring in another left-back. Grimaldo is a player that we'll take a look at. He was, again, heavily suggested in the comments, and I think we'll take a look at him as another option forwards. That means we'll get rid of Kolarov, I think, now as part of that deal, if we can, but we'll just wait and see whether he's available first. I have no idea how much he's worth, so we'll chuck in Kolarov plus £2 million. That's £10.5 million, so it's a decent chunk of money, is that in total, and we'll see what Benfica say for that initial bid. He's a really good, young, exciting left-back as well, so we'll wait and see what that comes back and says. It'd be nice to try and sign up, get someone that's going to push Gal Clichy and, if not, be the starting 11 left-back for us. Also, there was a heavily suggested one. There was a real push in the comments to bring back Joe Hart from loan, which I was I wouldn't say that surprised at, but I was surprised to see one comment had 20 likes on it, which is a little bit more than what I'm used to seeing. So that was to bring back Joe Hart. A lot of people were saying that. The only thing is, we've also got Donnarumma who we've just signed, Bravo who we can't get rid of because he's recently joined, so it's a little bit difficult. Maybe we bring back Joe Hart in January. That might be the best option when we can get rid of Claudio Bravo at that point, and obviously Donnarumma will have a little bit more competition. So I think that's what we'll do. We won't bring back Joe Hart just yet. We'll bring him back in January, which is at a point where we can sell Bravo, just so then we don't have three really good goalkeepers and Gunn also in the side as well. And I don't think we'll put in any more bids just for now. We'll get on with this game against Sunderland just to make sure we fit it in today's episode. And we will change around the team and maybe even the formation a little bit here. I know a few people calling for slightly different formations in the comments below. Okay, so this is the team selection I'm going to go with for the opening game of the season against Sunderland. We've got Donnarumma starting in goal here, Cal Walker at right back, Company, Stones and Clichy make up the rest of the defence. In front of that, a three-man midfield. We've got Fernandinho, Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan all in that midfield there. I'm going to wait and see how that goes. It's very much trial and error, I think, for this first game, especially with Kevin De Bruyne as centre mid. Not usually a fan of him there, but we'll give him a go for this match. Sterling on the right-hand side, Aguero starts up front with Leroy Sané on the left-hand side. Those front three pretty much pick themselves, to be honest. This is the bench I've gone with. Hernandez, Otamendi, Delph, Torre, Silva, Navas and Jesus all on there, giving us plenty of different options. Obviously going to try and get as many of them into the game as possible. But yeah, like I said before, it's very much trial and error. It's the first game. We've not played any pre-season matches, so we have more time to train our players and sign players as well. So we purposely didn't play any pre-season games. So that means that we are obviously going to need the first few matches to try and get into things. Hopefully we can just grind out a win here against Sunderland. Ideally we obviously go into this game and we win by quite a few goals, but that probably won't be the case with it being our first game. Okay, so here we go, the opening game of the season. An exciting start to the season is what we are after here against Sunderland. We need to try and find a way of scoring some goals, creating some good chances. We will be playing, hopefully, some nice passing football, but also I want it to be attacking. I don't want to be passing side to side. I want to be getting up the pitch and trying to get in behind, if we can, behind that Sunderland defence. It should be pretty much a foregone conclusion, to be honest. We should go ahead and win this match quite comfortably, but you never know on FIFA. We'll wait and see what happens. That's brilliant play. Gundogan out to Leroy Sané. Loads of space now to try and cause them some issues. Going to come back inside, looking for Aguero. Gets intercepted. That was a good start to the game for us. Certainly loads of space opening up there in behind the Sunderland defence, and really controlling this match so far, other than that pass from Sterling. Aguero needing some support here, going to get it from Raheem Sterling, just managing to dribble past Gilabodji, onto Kevin De Bruyne to shoot. Oh, it's 1-0, what a start. Kevin De Bruyne scores the opening goal of the season, and it's a nice one from the edge of the box there, brilliant stuff. Just found himself a little bit of space, was getting closed down, just got the shot away in time, and it's past the goalkeeper into the back of the net. 1-0, what an opening goal of the season. 14 minutes in, it's a fantastic start to the game. Just what we need to happen to just settle the team down a little bit, just give us a bit of confidence, and make sure that we've found a way through the Sunderland team. We've managed to do that quite early on. And from now, you'd expect things to be plain sailing, but I think, again, we've got to continue to push and try and get ourselves a second, maybe even third goal later down the line. Aguero looking to switch it out to Sterling. What a pass that is. Sterling looking for Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, so close. Had to be cleared by Gilabodji. Really causing them some issues here. Sunderland having to just defend, essentially. It's attack versus defence here. And there was no focal point for them going forward at all. Jermaine Defoe was really isolated up front. Kevin De Bruyne to deliver another corner. Cal Walker this time trying to get onto the end of it. I think it was Company that got the final touch. And it's saved. Cal Walker's won it. Onto Aguero, he's going to look for Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, Gilabodji again stops the attack. That's a couple of times now. If only he was a little bit shorter, we managed to get that ball over the top. That would have been a lovely bit of play. And Sunderland starting to attack themselves up here to Barini. Got to sort that one out, and we have done with Galclichy very well, actually. Out wide to Kasri here, he's chested it down. Corner for Sunderland. This is the first proper attack they've had with just over 30 minutes in here. Got to try and get that one away, and it's 1-1. I think it's Gilabodji that's won the header, and Kirchhoff's had a free tap in there at the back post. Should not be happening at all, and it's managed to lead to a Sunderland equaliser. Oh no. Right into the foot of Kirchhoff, completely unmarked. Kevin De Bruyne is running away. Two people on the post there, though. Cal Walker and Company. One of them should be marking him, surely. It's 1-1. That's with the first attack as well. Disappointing way to concede. Got to try and find a way back into this game now. Oh, no. Oh, into a dangerous zone again. It's Sunderland's second chance, and it had to be saved by Donnarumma. Frustrating just before half-time here. On the ropes a little bit. It's only, like I said, it's only the second attack. Just not dealt with it well enough. Can we deal with it better this time? Donnarumma punches, Leroy Sané intercepts, and there's a break for us here. If we can get it onto Leroy Sané, that pass is dreadful. Half-time, 1-1 at the moment. Yeah, a bit disappointed where we conceded that goal. Definitely should be doing much better. They've actually had more shots than us in the end. That's a little bit frustrating that we've not quite created as much as we'd hoped. But yeah, we might look to change things around at some point during this match. But for now, we'll keep things the same. I'm still believing in the way that we're playing. We're doing okay. We're just not really managed to create enough. We've had a lot of the ball, though. And we're going to, again, try and get the build-up play going. Fernandinho maybe to hit this one. Oh, just over the bar. I thought it was going to go miles over at first. He did seem to hit it a bit oddly, but in the end it was dipping, and it still goes over the bar though. Aguero's having to come up from an injury. He's just gone down, and he's now slowly getting back onto his feet, but looks like it could be one that we'll see him go off the pitch here. Disappointing, because obviously that gives us no striker now, but Kevin De Bruyne is in the box. It's a second for Kevin De Bruyne. He's scored the goal and put us back in the lead again, and that's without any striker up front, and Kevin De Bruyne just goes into the box. I've never had him play this well for me, to be honest, before. Kevin De Bruyne has put it into the left-hand side of the goal. It's 2-1. Obviously a huge fan of De Bruyne in real life, but on FIFA I've never got him scoring goals and playing as well as he has here, because he's doing a fantastic job for us, and he puts us back in the lead with Aguero still off the pitch. On to Fernandinho, looking for Kevin De Bruyne, a chance for maybe a third. Oh, it's a third, it's a hat-trick for Kevin De Bruyne. What a goal that is, he smashes it in off the bar into the back of the net. There's 20 minutes to go. We're starting to create some great chances now. Look at the way we just hold the ball here with Sterling. Fernandinho plays it on to Kevin De Bruyne, back to space, smashes it in off the bar and into the back of the net. It's 3 for Kevin De Bruyne, and what a start to the season he's having here. 20 minutes to go, there's still time for more goals. We might look to take Aguero off, especially with us winning quite nicely now, because he does still seem to be struggling a little bit with that injury. Okay, so all three changes now with about 20 minutes to go. Jesus, Yaya Toure and Silva all to come on. We've also got Gundogan and Aguero coming off, along with the guy that scored the 3 goals for us so far, Kevin De Bruyne. He's going to come off and have a rest here. 20 minutes left of this match. I'm still hoping to get some more goals here. We're not going all defensive or anything like that, or seeing the game out at 3-1. I still want to score some more goals, so I'll wait and see what happens when those changes get made. Brilliant from Leroy Sané. Trying to get past Manquillo. Going to do that one just about, I think, here. Holding on to it well. Still going. Leroy Sané going to cut it back. Aguero! Oh, how have you missed? How have you missed? It was a tap-in, surely. Oh, no. He's gone off the pitch now anyway, Sergio Aguero. He might want to blame that one on his injury, possibly. But that is an easy chance for him, you would have thought, and it's gone wide. Should have been 4. Great opportunity, but now there's 10 minutes, sadly. Just 10 minutes for the subs to come on and try and make an impact. Gabriel Jesus obviously keen to try and get some goals for us here. Especially if Aguero's going to be out. You know, he's got to prove that he can score us goals. I'm sure he will, though, throughout the season. Kyle Walker into the box. Oh, chance! Onto Gabriel Jesus' arm and he turns and he shoots. It's 4. It's a nice, comfortable goal for us there. It came from nothing, but it's just ended up going into the box from Kyle Walker. What a delivery that is, right into the danger zone for us. Couldn't be cleared. And yes, it does touch the hand of Gabriel Jesus, but in the end, he manages to, on the turn, get that shot past Pickford and into the back of the net. So it's 4-1 now. It's looking like a really comfortable win for us. Hopefully, can get a 5th if we can, but there's only 3 minutes of added on time here for us, and that was, I think, Gilabocci with the strike there, come up from defence. A really strange position to take a shot from, but he went for it anyway, and that should be pretty much the game over with, I think, here. It is. We've won the game 4-1. What a victory for us. Incredible first performance, and obviously a hat-trick for Kevin De Bruyne. Really good stuff. It's nice to see Jesus come off the bench with 10 minutes to go and also add to the scoreline as well. Proves that we've really got a strong team here. And in the first half, yeah, we were getting used to things, trying out sort of how we were going to play and that sort of thing, but eventually we broke them down and got the goals that we deserved and got the victory that we should have got as well. So very, very happy with that performance. 4 shots on target, 4 goals for us as well. So we've got some emails to take a look at now after that game against Sunderland. First of all, player sold. Fernando leaves us. He goes to Southampton. £7 million added onto our budget from that deal. Might have to bring another centre mid, not really too sure. We'll assess the situation in a second. And Aguero's out for 3 weeks with a hyperextended knee. Frustrating in the first league game of the season to have Aguero out injured, but we are lucky with us having so many good strikers. Obviously, Gabriel Jesus and Iheanacho being the ones that we'll be using to try and cover Aguero. But yeah, frustrating. He's out for 3 weeks already. We've only just started the season, so that does mean he misses the first few games for us of this season. Hopefully, no vital matches. But I can't quite remember who we have coming up next. Now we will turn our attention onto some player drills. Not really too sure what to do about these because I am wanting to try and get Donnarumma in the player drills if we can. But obviously we do have a lot of players already in here that want to try and train. So it might be John Stones that we sacrifice and bring in Donnarumma to try and train him up. Yeah, we'll bring in Donnarumma. He's very close to 81 overall, so I think it's fair enough that we managed to try and train him up over the next few weeks. 17 years old, looks an incredible talent for us. Gabriel Jesus' finishing goes up there along with his attacking position. Fernandes went up on ball control. Other than that, a pretty quiet week for us. But over the next few weeks, we'll still be hoping to try and get some more overall growth. Okay, we're now going to take a look at, I think, another centre mid. So we're going to try and bring in someone to replace Fernando, but also to try and just add to the squad in general anyway. One of the suggestions that I did see, it was the only person I think that did suggest it, I like the suggestion, is Joshua Kimmich. We are going to scout him, we're also going to add him to the shortlist, inquire about him as well, and just kind of see what Bayern Munich are willing to accept for him. They probably won't be willing to get rid of him, to be honest, but we'll see if they do give us a rough figure of how much he's going to be worth to them. Also, another player was, I think, Seoul, is that how you pronounce his name? Seoul, something like that, but Atletico Madrid player, obviously another midfielder that can play as a whole midfielder. He can also play a little bit further forward if you want him to, and another player that's obviously a fantastic youngster. So again, we're going to do the exact same thing, inquire before we put in a bid, and stats-wise looks really, really good. It would be quite nice to have him into the team, just as another centre mid, and see what he can bring to the side. So we'll wait on those offers. Also got the left-back as well that we're trying to sign in the next few days. But first of all, an offer in for Ambrose, and it's obviously a loan deal to MK Dons for a year. We're going to happily let him go for that. Just make sure that he can get some time, some game time in order to get up in overalls and see what overall it comes back as in the next season. So got Benfica here saying unacceptable, not interested in the player I've included as part of the deal, don't want Kolarov as part of that deal. So we will just, I think, have to go with money. Again, not too sure how much he's worth, to be honest. Maybe should have inquired, but we'll just go with £10 million. Don't really mind overpaying. We have a lot of money to spend. I don't mind spending it a little bit more on players here and there. Kimmich is £29.5 million, apparently, how much he's worth. A lot more than I was expecting, especially for a squad rotational player as well. That's a ridiculous amount. Can't really go that far, I don't think, or at least I don't want to go that far. Ideally, I'd get him for less than that. 17.5 might be a starting place for us. Don't know whether I've got anybody that I actually want, to be honest, or I want to get rid of. I know a few people have suggested getting rid of Delph or Silva, but I think I want to keep those players. I think they actually have a place in this team for us in this season. Got a lot of games to play, so I think they will be staying at the club for us for this season anyway. Obviously, I wouldn't rule out getting rid of them at some point, but we'll just go with the £17.5 million bid to begin with and see what buyers say. Another transfer for in, another loan deal for Cameron Humphreys-Grant this time round. It's Gillian that wants him. It's a one-year loan deal. We'll let him go again. 17 years old. Hopefully can go up and overall nicely for us. Won't really be needing him for this season. Inquiry comes back and Real Madrid saying £22.5 million, more affordable than the last player that we were after. And we will go with an offer that's maybe about 15 million, I think. See what Atletico say to that. Hopefully try and get him in if we can, or one of the two anyway. Obviously, we know that Kimmich can probably play more positions, can also play right back as well. But we'll wait and see what they come back and say. Both of them have come back and said that it's unacceptable. Benfica, though, is obviously the other deal. It's not currently the deal for Kimmich just yet. We'll wait and find out in the next couple of days. But both our offers have been rejected here. Atletico Madrid asking for more money again. £22.5 million is what they want. We will increase it slowly, and I think £18 million is what we'll increase it to. Hopefully get a bit further with that deal. I reckon they should accept that, but we'll wait and find out. And Benfica want £19 million for their left back. So obviously a few million off that. £14 million is, I think, something that they might be a little bit more tempted by. Okay, now on to the next game, the final game of today's episode, the final thing we'll do in today's episode as well. And this is the side I'm going to go with. Not any changes other than just Silva and Jesus. I don't really want to change things too much for this game against Stoke City in the league. We've got a game coming up after that, I think against Doncaster in the Cup. So we can also change things around next episode for that game. But for now, we'll go with the exact same team, just the two changes. Jesus obviously in for Aguero, who's injured, and Silva comes in with Gundogan being dropped out of the team for this match. He is on the bench, though. Iheanacho also on the bench as well for this game. Like I say, don't want to make too many changes. Good performance, especially in that second half of the last match. Let's find out, can we make it 2 wins from 2 games at the start of this season? Hopefully we can. We're obviously after 6 points after those 2 opening matches. Let's wait and find out whether we can do it. Well, here we are at Stoke City for this match, the second league game of the season. Hopefully we can perform as well as we did in that last match, especially in that second half of the game against Sunderland. A really good performance. This is going to be a different sort of test for us, much more physical side, I think, Stoke than Sunderland currently are. So it is going to be a much more tricky match, I think, for us. Don't really see us being able to open them up as much as we did in that last match. But need Kevin De Bruyne to again chip in with some goals if we can. So let's wait and find out how we get on. I am expecting Stoke to have a little bit more of an attacking threat than Sunderland do, especially with Wilfred Bonney up front. Former Man.City player, I think he could cause us some havoc at the back for us today with his strength. Gabriel Jesus going to be running the channels. Got brought down there. It's a very strong challenge. The referee hasn't given anything. Panicked for a second that he was going to be injured too. Fernandinho onto Kevin De Bruyne. He's going to hold this one up now for Fernandinho. Going to have a shot here. Fernandinho, what a strike. It's from range. Jack Bulland had to save it. Wasn't really expecting too much. I was kind of after a corner. We've got it as well. Leroy Sané to deliver. And can he pick anyone out? Butland's very tall, and that's why he's punched it away, but he's been fouled in the meantime, and that's going to be a free kick for Stoke. That's a shame. Stoke dominating a lot of possession. It's just passing around in midfield at the moment. Not really getting too far with it right now. And David Silva's won it back. Gabriel Jesus now onto Leroy Sané. He's going to play to Silva. That was supposed to find Gabriel Jesus, but finds Fernandinho. Holds it up. Gabriel to turn and shoots. Oh, on his left foot. Saved by Jack Butland. Wanted it in the left-hand side on his right foot. Doesn't happen. But it's a great opportunity. Just basically capitalised from their mistake. Giving the ball away quite easily. But the shot isn't actually that good in the end from Gabriel Jesus. Tough on his left-hand side, but a corner for us here. Kevin De Bruyne. Wow, that's not a good ball. But again, falls for Jesus to hit. Oh, deflects towards Butland. Made it easier for him in the end. I was hoping it could just find it away past him. It doesn't, and it still remains 0-0. A tough start to this match for us. Very resilient Stoke City, who are determined to keep hold of the ball, prevent us from having it. And that is obviously making things quite tough for us. Gabriel Jesus now looking to turn. Great chance for us here. Up to Leroy Sané. Needs some more support. Oh, he's had to slow down. Onto David Silva. Back to Leroy Sané. Oh, nearly found Gabriel Jesus. Got cut out. Another good chance for us. And we're starting to turn up the heat a little bit now on Stoke. Keeping hold of the ball a bit better as well. Just got to find a clear-cut chance to try and get a better finish in there. Got to try and get a bit more central rather than out wide all the time. Kevin De Bruyne this time to shoot off the post. Oh, so close, having to take long-range strikes because we're not really getting too close to their goals. So that seems to be the way through, I think, for us at the moment. But we're getting very close to half-time, still 0-0. Yep, that's it for the first half. Still remains 0-0 at half-time. And we are finding a way through eventually. It's just taking our time. We have to be really patient, I think, in this game. It's going to be a struggle, but hopefully we can find a way through at some point. We won't make any changes at half-time. We'll keep things exactly the same, but I'm sure we will make some changes at some point if things aren't going too well. Bonnie is doing a brilliant job for Stoke at the moment. He's had such little supply, but when he gets it, he looks a real threat. And I'm panicking when he gets on the ball a lot of the time because he's just holding it up and we can't win it back off him. Yes, that's good. That's a brilliant counter-attack. On to Jesus. Now needs to cut inside. He has done. Jesus! Off the bar. How has he managed that? David Silva. Oh, it's Sterling. It's not even David Silva. What am I on about? But what a chance there for us. How have we hit the bar? What a chance for Jesus. I've no idea how he's missed that. It should be 1-0 now. But it's a brilliant counter-attack. Got up the other end of the pitch really quickly. Just couldn't finish off the chance. Such a good opportunity. That's brilliant. Jesus now. Clichy. Oh, he's finally done it. It's the goal that we needed. It's the breakthrough that we're after. Clichy all the way from left back. We just got ourselves a free kick right on the centre circle, that sort of position, and we decided to pass it round the centre circle. Eventually got the pitch, and it's actually Clichy who's cropped up and managed to get himself the goal. Fantastic strike into the bottom right-hand corner. It's 1-0. It's the goal that we needed to just get ourselves in the lead. And we are doing the better stuff here. We're looking more likely to go on to win this match, but there's still 30 minutes. And Stoke have looked good when they got the ball forward. They just haven't got the ball forward very often. What a chance for Shaqiri. Great opportunity here for getting a cross in. Company should do better. Here we go. It's the equalising goal. Oh, God. Why does that always happen? It's Glenn Johnson, of all people. 4 minutes after we score. That's not a clearance, Vincent. I'm sorry. I know you're the captain. I know you're fantastic and all that, but you've got to do better there, even on your weaker foot. Straight to the opposition, and it's 1-1. We've got a game on our hands here, I think. It's going to be a very interesting end to this match. Got to find a way back into this game. We'll look to the bench at some point. Don't want to leave things too much longer if we can help it, because we are still chasing this game. We need to find ourselves another goal. Into Sané, find Sterling. Gonna have to pull this one back, needs some more support. We're gonna have to find a way through here. David Silva to shoot on his right foot. Needed to be on his left side, I think. Okay, so first two changes, just over 20 minutes to go. Iheanacho and Gundogan to come on. We are going to take off Sterling and Silva. Maybe some surprising changes there. We're going to have Iheanacho on the left-hand side, Sané on the right-hand side. Just so, again, Sané can cut in on his left-hand side and try and shoot. And we'll see how that goes. Like I say, just over 20 minutes left. Got to try and find ourselves a goal here. Got to try and nick this win. I said it was going to be a tough match. It is a very tough match. Stoke very resilient and doing decent things when they get the ball, but gutted the way we conceded that goal. Jesus wins it back. Sané now needs an option. He's not quite going to find our way through the middle. Silva. Oh, that was supposed to find Jesus, but it's gone too far. Now back into Silva. A chance maybe for Leroy Sané if he can get a shot away. He's going to shoot. It gets blocked. Silva again to shoot, but again on the right-hand side. Maybe shouldn't have shot that time. 15 minutes to go. Changes have been made. Let's wait and see what we can do. Good pass. Just about wins it there, Iheanacho. Going to put a ball into the middle. It's Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, tried to bring it down and so close. What a great opportunity that was for Kevin De Bruyne. Bonnie every time is winning all of those headers. That's the only reason why they're actually getting something out of this game at the moment. It's Wilfred Bonnie's work up front that's causing us the issues. And the through here. Clichy comes across. Oh my days, they've just hit the bar. Donnarumma could not save that. No chance. Opened up brilliantly for them. Still a chance here though as well. Oh, we're all over the place. We can't seem to defend this at the moment. Shaqiri's trying to turn and shoot. Got to be stronger in defence than this. Really pathetic showing there. 7 minutes to go. Iheanacho's going to try and hit him on the break, but he seems to have lost all pace. And you know it's bad when Glenn Johnson catches up to you. Yaya to come on. We'll take off Kevin De Bruyne. 4 minutes to go. The change will be made now, but it might be too late, to be honest. It's a very frustrating matches, this one. We've had a lot of good chances. You've seen those chances, but we just haven't managed to take all of them. And that could cost us 2 points here. Maybe even all 3 if they score from this opportunity. Going to look for Leroy Sané. He's found him. This is a good opportunity to counter-attack. Onto Kelechi Iheanacho. He needs some support now from the middle. Iheanacho into Sané. Go on. Again, couldn't manage to do it. Less than a minute to go and added on time. Needs some support here for Kyle Walker. Oh, out to Leroy Sané. Going to go for a cross, I think. It's not ideal, but it's a good ball in. Kelechi couldn't win it. That should be it, I think, for the game now. Jack Butland, I think, will try and see it out. And yeah, just a bit disappointed the way we performed here. That's it. It's a 1-1 draw. Feels a little bit like a loss because we had some good chances. We didn't manage to take them when we arrived at the goal and had great opportunities. 10 shots, 5 on target. It's a 1-1 draw. It's inevitable. We are going to have disappointing results throughout the season, and it's just a shame that one's come 2 games into the season. But of course, there is plenty of time to try and get ourselves back into it, and of course try and pick up some more points. But yeah, 4 points from the opening 2 matches isn't too bad. Just a shame that obviously that draw comes to Stoke City. Before we end things, we have Bayern Munich accepting the transfer offer we put in for Joshua Kimmich. Now let's move on to his wage, and we're going to offer him €80 a week. We'll go a 5-year contract, and important first team player, I think. Although, maybe I'll try squad rotational first. Some more player development before we end today's episode. We're going to go with the exact same 5 players again this week, see how we get on, try and get them going up if we can. Just a few attributes again this week, still a little bit slow to go up because we are in the opening few weeks of the season, but hopefully over the next couple of months we should see a bit more growth. Okay, so now the final few things before we end today's episode. First of all, we've got a scout report back on Joshua Kimmich. He's 80 overall, and you can see his stats here that we've got back on the scout report. Let me know your thoughts about these players that I'm putting in bids for in the comments below, because we won't be able to sign them in today's episode, it'll be next episode, so we also have your say in the comments below. We've got Atletico Madrid there rejecting the bid for Sewell again, and they want £22.5 million still. I think we'll up it to 20 million, and we'll see what they say to that. Again, let me know who you'd rather me sign, Sewell or try and sign Kimmich. It does seem like we will be trying to sign Grimaldo, though, because I think he could be a good option for us at left-back. You obviously did suggest him in the last episode as well. £16 million is what we'll go with. Hopefully they agree to it, but we'll wait and find out in the next episode, because for now we won't be able to go any further. Again, we have Doncaster to play as well next time round, so looking forward to that. Obviously a change team for that game, because we are obviously prioritising league performances to begin the season, so we will change to our youth team, which I'll show you in the next episode. But that is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be absolutely fantastic. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.